from Moogly, and I want to welcome you to today's live. As you may have heard, I've been a bit under the weather this week. At first, I thought it was allergies with all this crazy early spring we've been having, but I'm pretty sure at this point it's just a really gnarly head cold. So I apologize if I sound a little off, and we're going to have to keep this one a little bit shorter than usual. I just don't have that much talking in me without going into a coughing fit, and none of us need to hear that. So, with all that said, let's go ahead. I'm going to just make sure that we are live because we are live here. And yep, looks like, oh, I went to the wrong place on Facebook here. Let me see if I can get our Facebook to come up right now. And oh, it looks like it's working on YouTube at least. So there we are. Oh, hi. Thank you, Julie and Becky. Thanks you guys for tuning in. And yeah, it's no fun. It's kind of funny. It's been so long since I've been sick now. I'm just not used to being sick anymore. But oh well, it's just a head cold, and I'm sure I'll be better here in a few days. So I thank you very much for all the well wishes. So let's get to it. Like I said, I can see now that we're up live and running everywhere. So let's talk about what's been happening on Moogly and in the world of crochet around us. Right now, one thing I really want to point out, there is a very big sale going on yourinspirations.com that's going to have all your Red Heart, your Karen, your Lily Sugar and Cream, your Anchor threads, your Anchor crochet kits or craft kits, I should say. Gosh, what else? Bernat, Peyton's, everything that Yarn Inspirations does, right? Your Susan Bates, all those accessories, the Coats and Clark sewing thread, lots and lots of really fun stuff. So definitely head over to Yarn Inspirations. It's a great time to go ahead and stock up on some yarns. Stock up on some yarns. Definitely get your favorites, but also I'd recommend trying out a couple of the new ones. Throw one extra skein in there of something new that you've been wanting to try. It's just a really good time to do that. What else? As you have probably heard, hopefully heard, we are going to England in October. Once again, I'm just going to keep putting reminders out there so you don't forget to set aside the time. Go ahead, check out the site, see if it'll work for you. We would love to have you join us. Who knows? We might still be looking for Kate Middleton at that point. Probably not. Better not say that. They might not let me come. No, we're going to be going to the London Knitting and Stitching Show and seeing some wonderful sites. Doubtful we'll see any royalty, but who knows? And it's just going to be a lot of fun, and I'll definitely be better by then. So that is happening in October. April, coming up a lot sooner. Definitely need to get better before then. Stitch Up Chicago is going to be April 5th and 6th. I will be one of the hosts there, and I will be leading a workshop as well featuring Red Heart Yarns. So lots of information is up for that. I've been putting up links on social media. And of course, everything I'm talking about today is linked in the blog post. I literally work off a printed out copy of the blog post when I talk to you guys just to make sure I cover everything. And the other thing that's going on, something that I unfortunately don't think I'm going to be able to attend myself, but I still wanted to share with those who might be in the area. CGOA is the Crochet Guild of America. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary this year. And while the chain link retreats have gone off, I would say offline, but they're an offline in-person thing. My brain's not working very well today, obviously. The chain This is called the Chain Space Retreat. It's not a chain link retreat like the ones we've had in the past. This is going to be a much smaller, but sort of an upscale event. It's happening out east. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to attend that one, but I am still very excited that they're celebrating their 30th anniversary. And I did pick up one of their tote bags from their bonfire sale going on right now. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Here's my new tote. You can see it's got the 30th anniversary logo on there. Very beautiful. This comes in lots of different styles, and they've got t-shirts and sweatshirts, I think, too, if you want to celebrate that, whether you're able to attend or not. It's always good to celebrate the Crochet Guild of America. They are, of course, I believe, the world's only U.S.'s only nonprofit crochet organization. So just trying to keep crochet going. It's having a real uptrend right now, but that hasn't always been the case. And the Crochet Guild of America has been there for 30 years now, helping to lead the way. So that is happening again. I've got links for all that stuff on today's blog post. We have, of course, then, what's been happening on Moogly. We've got our newest crochet block for the Moogly Crochet Along. This is block number, what are we on now? 5 already, by Julie Yeager Designs. And this is this one right here. It's really pretty. You can see this one's a little bit more lacy. I can kind of peek through it at you here. This is the front. And here is the back. So really nicely, not 100%, the same on both sides, but mostly reversible. It's going to still look good from behind. A little bit lighter square, definitely center out, more of a floral look, but really just squares up, as you can see, really beautifully. And Julie always makes such beautiful designs. Julie has lots of wonderful square patterns, so you'll want to check out her squares for past crochet alongs as well as the other ones on her site. They're really great. So thank you to Julie for that. I've already seen some really lovely ones popping up in the group, so you guys always do such a great job with those. I did teach my first Michael's class for the year, just in the past couple weeks here, the 3-hour throw with no tools. I've taught this class several times before. So if I've linked to this latest version of it, if you wanted to go check that out, it's up now on the Michael's YouTube channel. When I teach Michael's classes, there are Zoom meetings, but then Michael's will put that class up on their YouTube channel, usually within 48 hours. Now, unfortunately, the quality that they upload isn't usually like 4K, we'll say, but it does give you a good view, I think, of hope for the most part of the classes. If you want that really sharp view, of course, you have to come to them in person. That said, the ones I'm doing so far this year are all free. So another note for those who are interested in learning that 3-hour throw with no tools. But with no tools means we're crocheting with our hands. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the yarn used in that class. Now, this was a Michael's class. So for that class, I used Bernat Blanket Big. You can see right here. This yarn, this particular yarn, is exclusively available at Michael's. I believe they might also have it on their website, but you can't get this one on yarnspirations.com. However, there are a lot of yarns that go by the name Bernat Blanket, so I just wanted to clear up some confusion here. You're probably familiar. Let me grab one. I've got one close by here. This is a partially used ball of your standard Bernat Blanket. This is your size 6, super bulky or super chunky, and you can see how thick it is right here. The next one up is actually Bernat Blanket Extra. This one is available on the website. You can see it's just a little bit thicker. This one is also officially a 7 or jumbo weight. But the trick about the yarn weight scale right now is that 7 is the biggest, but 7 just means it's a certain wraps per inch and above. So it can keep going bigger from there. So while this one, you can see, if I hold it up, I can get a strand here of the the skinniest stuff, which is a 6 for Bernat Blanket. You can kind of see there how the extra is thicker, but then even bigger, we've got the big. So that's a comparison. This is the extra and this is the big. Now where the confusion comes in, as I mentioned, the big is only available on Michael's. If you go to yarnspirations.com, look at this big boy. There is one, I'll get this around here, Bernat Blanket Extra Thick. Not, get the labels turned around the right way here so they show, not Bernat Blanket Extra, Bernat Blanket Extra Thick. If I hold this up next to the big, you can see this is a bigger skein. It's about twice the yardage. But if I pull up a strand of each here, can you see how they are the same? These are officially 7s as well. Like I say, 7 just means a certain size and above. So 7 could keep going. You could get even thicker yarns than this, and it would still officially be a 7 right now. So if you have a local Michael's, you can get the big. If you want to make the same project, but you don't have a local Michael's, you can't get to your Michael's, Bernat Blanket Extra Thick on yarnspirations.com is the yarn you'll want to substitute. And you get about twice as much yardage per skein. So it's a little bit more expensive than big, but it's twice the yardage. So you have to take that into account. So just wanted to go over those really quick because I think there's a lot of confusion. People, comment a lot on videos where I talk about that project and they'll say, well, gosh, can I use the extra? And I'm like, well, you can, but it's going to be a lot thinner and you're going to want to hold 2 or 3 strands of it together. So just a couple quick notes there on the different kinds of Bernat blanket. So thank you so much, you guys. Hi, thank you. Yes, Miss Virgo, great. I'm so glad. Those big blankets that you hand crochet or hand knit, either one, honestly, is a lot of fun. But you just want to make sure you get the really, really big yarn. It makes it so much easier. Working with those little fiddly yarns, trying to do those stitches by hand. No, thank you. I've tried it. It's possible. It's very difficult. And I think the results with the big, thick stuff is just so much better. So big or extra thick are the ones you'll want for that project. Alrighty, so what else here? We had a wonderful designer showcase featuring Sandra Stitches. It was fun to learn more about her and her site. And of course, we've got some giveaways going on. Right now, there are 3 giveaways currently happening on mooglyblog.com. Our newest one, I believe, is we've got the hat templates again. I love working with Babé Crochet. If you haven't won these yet, if you haven't picked up your own set, we do giveaways for these usually a few times a year. And right now, this is our first one, I believe, for 2024. Sort of a springtime one, if you will. But these are just such a great tool. If you make hats, particularly top-down hats, crochet or knit, these are a wonderful tool. I genuinely do use these every time I make a top-down hat to make sure that I get the sizing correct. There is a different little plastic template, essentially, for each size. Losing my voice a little bit, so I'm not going to go over the hows. I've done it several times, and I've got more information on the giveaway as well, so you can see how those work. Genuinely, one of my favorite crochet tools. Beyond the hooks and the yarn, you've got all our favorite stuff. Those hat templates have made a real difference to me. We also have the Crochet Foundry Mega Bundle giveaway still happening, where you can win all past issues of Crochet Foundry to date as they relaunch into their bigger and better than ever form coming this year. And then, of course, we have the Susan Bates Twist and Lock Deluxe Set with Bag giveaway. Very long name. Simply, it is the Susan Bates Twist and Lock set. I don't have the bag yet. I'm hoping to get one soon. They're brand new. But I do have the hooks for sure. The bag part's new, but we're giving away a whole set of the hooks with the bag. And now these have a special bag that hold them. I love these hooks. I need to get one of those bags because right now I'm just got them in a variety of different containers around the house because I just love them so much. I use them every time I can use a hook within that size range now. I use those hooks. So that is what has been happening. Coming up in the future, we also have 2 more Michael's classes coming. The first one is March 19th. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Excuse me. So the first one is March 19th, which I believe is Tuesday. That one is going to be What's New in Caron Cakes. I already have the box of Caron Cakes sitting in my office. I took a little peek in there yesterday. Some really gorgeous new cakes coming. Again, those are sold at Michael's. So while you're there, pick up your Caron Cakes, pick up some of that big so you can give that blanket a try. So we'll be going over some of the new Caron Cakes for the year on March 19th. Again, that's a Michael's class, so it's a Zoom thing. It's free. You do have to sign up. If you can't go to the class, you can watch it a couple days later on their YouTube. Then March 27th, my third Michael's class for the month, will be the Beginner Crochet Bandana in Caron Cake. So we're making really fun, just a summer bandana that you can wear, sort of a headscarf with Caron Skinny Cakes. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well. I don't usually get to work with Caron Cakes as much, so I'm really looking forward to that. I have linked both of those classes. You can sign up for those free classes now on michaels.com. Excuse me. And I've also linked the pattern for the bandana. So if you don't need the class and it just sounds like a fun project, you can go ahead and grab that pattern and get started. So other than that, like I say, the only things I already mentioned, I think everything else, we're going to craft tours, that trip to England in October. Would love to see you there. But before that, would love to see you in October and April. I got an email from the Stitch Up organizer earlier this week, and there were just 30 tickets left, so it's less than that now. So you'll want to go ahead and get those right away if you can. So just going to make sure I didn't miss any messages here. Try and glance over at the comments and things. Looks like everybody on YouTube's doing good, so I'm glad to see that. And here on Facebook, on Facebook, I'm going to need my glasses. Let's see here. Alrighty. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Thank you so much. Heather and Tammy and Brandy, Mary Grace, and Heather again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys joining me this morning for a few minutes, even though I'm not feeling super great. Got more fun things happening for you this week. Tomorrow, I've got a roundup of some fun patterns put together that I think will be just a lot of fun to go over. And then Friday, I will have a new pattern for you. I am finishing it up today and taking the photographs. It will be up. So Friday, there will be a new pattern for you featuring Bernat Plush Big. So don't quite have it ready yet. It's almost ready. I've just been trying to rest as much as I can, so I've been kind of putting it off. But today's the day I will wrap all that up and get it ready for Friday, so it'll be a brand new pattern then. So in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful, happy International Crochet Month. Don't forget, March is all about crochet, so be sure to teach a friend if you can, or just share some crochet online and tell everybody, all the benefits of crochet. I think this is certainly the month to celebrate it. So, hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the well wishes and for the excitement about the trips. Hope to see you there. And yeah, I'm going to go get some rest. So I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day, everybody.